There's a few possibly new people that don't fully understand what's happening. In 2009, a man that I was dating murdered his girlfriend and buried her in the backyard, and it took me 5 weeks to get away from him. This is already over with. He is already in prison. I went to trial, testified, did everything I could to make sure that he was put in prison. I've suffered and struggled since then. A few years ago, when I got my Section 8 after being homeless for 5 years, some YouTubers began taking my videos and twisting them around and saying that everything I did was my choice. I was homeless by choice. I wasn't mentally ill. I was just choosing. I just didn't want to work. And they knew that because they had spoken to my family, who had told them that I was just a liar. And then it came out that my family had lied, that my family was abusive and was lying about me so that people wouldn't believe me. And now it's pretty well understood that my family's abusive. But the lies that they spread about me choosing to live that way and choosing to feel this way still exist. So they go over the court records, and what they'll do is they're reading the actual records, but then they'll take a stop from that and they'll start reading off their theories of what they believe happened. And their theories are what people come and attack me with. Like at the trial, the defense attorney said, well, if he was a loaded gun, she pulled the trigger. The problem with that is that he's not a gun. He's a human. Human beings are not guns. And if pulling a mental trigger is something that you should go to jail for, then the YouTubers who are intentionally triggering my mental illness daily should be held accountable for what they're doing. They constantly say that they can't be held accountable for my mental health problems. That if I'm struggling because of what they're saying about me, it's my fault because I'm not strong enough to deal with it, because I'm crazy, and that's my fault. It's my responsibility to make myself not crazy, not their responsibility to pander to my crazy. Well, okay. If you really believe that, then you can't really believe I caused somebody to murder somebody else. Because you would have to believe that it would have been his responsibility to take care of his own mental health problems and not my responsibility to pander to them. Your own logic proves what you're saying doesn't make sense. Human beings are not guns. And I didn't do anything to cause him to murder anybody. That was something that he was already planning to do when he met me. That's why he was looking specifically for somebody like me, somebody who was sick and weak. And their next argument is that, why did it take me 5 weeks to get away? I was scared. They act like it's so unrealistic. Just nobody would ever believe that I could be scared into subservience by somebody who had just killed a woman, showed me a dead body. You're looking at this person who literally does nothing but cry and live in fear and saying, no, she wasn't afraid. I was terrified. I left when I was able to, and yeah, other people, stronger people, might have been able to get away sooner. I'm not strong. I just keep crawling and keep surviving somehow. But things move very slowly for me. If I had committed the crime, I would be in jail. That's another thing. They say, well, the reason that you're not in jail is just because you're crazy, and they don't put crazy people in jail. But yes, they do. Lori Vallow is in jail right now. She went to trial. They absolutely do persecute the mentally ill if they have committed crimes, if there is evidence that they have committed crimes. The truth is, there was a full investigation done by the Jacksonville Sheriff's Police Department that found I did not commit the crime. He did. And they found that anything that I did afterwards was to save my own life. Because one of the things they say is, well, you helped. You dug a hole and you didn't tell anybody. I did tell people. I went to the police as soon as I could. I didn't dig anything. They say they have video of me buying a shovel, but they've never shown that video. And I can guarantee that if they show that video, it would show him with me. Not me there alone doing anything by myself. You don't know what you would do to survive a situation like that. Because you're not in that situation, and it's easy to judge and make up theories about how much better you would have been. But you're not me. And you didn't live it, and you don't know. You only want to believe what these cyberbullying creators have told you to believe. Doing my best. I'm doing my best to pick my life back up, to start a new life. I have PTSD from the murder, but I had PTSD before the murder. And I had more PTSD added on afterwards. That's what CPTSD is. It's just layers and layers and layers of trauma that I have not had a chance to heal from. I really want to have that chance, but I'm never going to have it as long as there's thousands of people out there who want me to suffer and die for things that I didn't do.